The journey of 1,000 miles begins with one step. Hi, I'm HC, and watching this video until the end will help you understand yourself deeper than you understand it now. Stay tuned. To trust the process is to have faith that you will always be where you need to be when you need to be to create and be a part of the reality that is best suited for who you are to become. It is accepting and understanding that what is for you cannot pass you, and what passes you is not for you, at least not for now. Trusting the process is important because it grants you the opportunity for inner peace and encourages self-exploration, and these are major components of becoming fulfilled. In contrast, not knowing how to trust the process is likely to encourage stress, uneasiness, and a scattered sense of urgency to become who you are already destined to be. And this is why knowing how to trust the process is such an important part of the journey to becoming your best you. So, without further ado, here are the steps on how to trust the process. Step 1. Be vulnerable. To be vulnerable in this context does not mean to deliberately open yourself to potential harm. Rather, it is to allow yourself to be guided by the force of life, which is a power much greater than you. Being vulnerable is allowing yourself to feel and experience what is going on around you, which encourages the widening of your perspective. This helps with trusting that everything does happen for a reason. Once you allow yourself to be vulnerable, you open yourself up to the many possible interpretations of life. Sometimes, the very thing that we believe to dislike or disregard is the very thing that we had to accept and process differently in order to move on to the next step of our life. Vulnerability is an important step to trusting the process because it is the opportunity to appreciate what you are going through on your journey to becoming the best version of you. That experience leads to wisdom, and wisdom leads to knowledge that you can apply on your journey forward. Step 2. Accept. In this context, to accept is to come to terms with the reality that no matter how hard you try, you cannot control everything. We are often disarrayed by the idea that we can control all of the odds, and therefore, when things don't appear to go our way, it's common to think that things should have or could have happened differently. This thought process often leads to the feeling of helplessness and can even encourage self-loathing. To accept is important on the journey to becoming the best version of you because it is trusting that there are elements of truth in every lived moment. Therefore, all moments are necessary in helping you become who you are. Part of trusting the process is accepting that you will never be in complete control of everything. Therefore, it is important to redirect your attention towards the things that are in your control and the things that you can affect directly. Step 3. Trust your gut. To trust your gut is the ability to listen to yourself above and beyond the many influences trying to sway your opinion. To put this step in practice is to trust your first instinct by considering your unfiltered mental, emotional, and sometimes physical reactions to situations and circumstances. Trusting your gut will help you with trusting the process because your gut has the ability to recognize what is needed for you beyond reason in that moment. Think of trusting your gut as bricks to a castle that you are building. Every time you trust yourself and follow your gut, a brick to your castle is perfectly laid. By consistently trusting your gut, you are strengthening your fortress and therefore naturally building the confidence to repeat the process. And by continuously repeating the process, you begin to see the bigger picture. And the more you can see the bigger picture, is the more you are confident in letting go of conflicting thoughts and influences. And the more you are able to trust the process. Step 4. Keep your composure. On the journey to becoming the best version of who you are, it is common to become eager and desire for the best outcomes to happen right away. Because of this, it is likely that we start to comport ourselves in a stressed manner and consequently treat the things around us with disdain. To keep your composure is to remember that the journey to becoming the best version of you is not a sprint. Rather, it is closer to a marathon. Think of it like building a small boat. Every part of the boat that you are building has to be solid in order to ensure that the boat can take you to your destination safely. This may mean that you have to spend a lot of time making sure to find the perfect wood to keep your boat afloat. And although that part of the process may be long and annoying to you, ignoring that process's importance and rushing to something that you believe to be more enjoyable may simply result in your boat sinking into the ocean after all of that work that you have done. On the journey to becoming the best version of you, keep your composure and always remember to practice patience. Finally, step 5. Take each day as it comes. Always remember, if you are spending today worrying about tomorrow, that is time away from appreciating the blessings that today has to offer. In the same way, focusing on the past keeps your attention away from the many blessings that are ahead of you. Focusing on the past is like trying to walk to your destination with your head turned behind you, and being fixated on the future is like looking at a pothole 10 blocks down and ignoring that there may be one right at your step. To take each day as it comes is to be at peace with your surroundings. It is also to avoid predicting the worst outcome to your journey. Always remember, what you focus on is likely to be manifested to some degree. For example, let's say you have a great group of friends. However, because of what has happened to you with other friends in the past, you have a fear of abandonment, so you never allow yourself to be who you are completely around your new friends. This weariness goes as far as you avoiding being vulnerable around them and refusing to treat them as great as they are evidently treating you. Treating your friends in that way is bound to create a distinction between you and them, because you created that thought and you are subtly calling that reality forward by the way you are acting. Thus, you being abandoned becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy that is bound to repeat itself, because the more you are hurt is the more you close yourself off. The more you close yourself off is the less friends feel friendly with you. And the less friends feel friendly with you is the more they are likely to treat you like someone who is not that close to them. Taking each day as it comes is being at peace with your past and to avoid clogging your mind with hypotheticals of the future. It is trusting that you will do what you need to do when it needs to be done. This does not mean to ignore or disregard your past experiences. However, it is allowing yourself to be until you have a reason to do otherwise. So that's it, Howell family. Those are the 5 steps on how to trust the process and to start moving forward today. Thank you for watching this video until the end. You are appreciated. Post a comment below to let people know how trusting the process has helped you on your journey. Like and share this video, and consider subscribing to this channel if you haven't already. I'll see you here next time on Howell Consultations, the how-to being true to you.